Boys and girls, welcome back. Apologies for the technical difficulties, but we're back once again with Digishark versus the Rambozos. Into the picks and bans. Noir banned away. Mercury from the Rambozos banned away. What's Digishark gonna do?
Well, Digishark, they've got a lot of options here. There are a lot of strong picks. Zhonghui has been instrumental in a lot of victories so far this week. Ra, quite a big deal as well. You've got some of the hunters there with Ram and Apollo, both being ban-worthy, maybe even in the first phase. And of course, the supports, Geb and Athena, you can always ban one of those. Digishark is taking their time to think it through, but they will ban Circuit.
They're banned away. Back over to the Rambozos. Two junglers off the table here. Will they look to take out a third? That is the question. It's going to be Zhonghui. Not a surprise to see that banned away. He's back on the rise again, crap.
Yeah, he really is very strong right now because while you can deal with him, it's a lot to deal with. He can do a lot of damage. His win rate in the SPL is actually not that good as of yesterday. I think it's hovering around 20%, but he's still picked a lot. So that could be a result of a lot of different factors. Loki first pick for Digishark.
Well, last time we saw Loki first pick, it did go into the jungle. However, we've already discussed he can go solo, can go in the dual lane if required. The Rambozos, though, they're going to be able to lock in what they look like they want to favour straight away, Ra and Geb.
Yeah, we've seen that be a very strong second pick. Digishark, though, they've got a Freya, which is probably in the jungle, which means Loki is probably in the solo lane. That said, Freya ADC is a thing, and Athena locked in to be the other good support.
Well, Athena needs to be taken now because it probably would be banned away if the if the Digishark did not take it then, as the counter ban phase would have come through. But it's back over to the Rambozos here. They've got quite a lot of options to themselves. Will they look for an AD carry here, or will they look for a jungler? It'll remain to be seen. Rama is still on the table, but it doesn't really feel like a lot of people are prioritizing Rama at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, Uller is probably in a similar spot, and I think it just sort of comes to whichever character you're a little bit more comfortable with. Agni will be the pick. So that's going to be a Raw solo. It's going to be an Agni mid. You could reverse the roles. That's just what we usually see. And now it's going to go directly into the ban phase where Meerkat is making a decision what to get rid of.
Well, Rambozos is the first up to choose, and with the mid and the solo pretty much locked in here, they'll probably look for a mid laner that they don't want to have to deal with for Agni. It's actually going to be Ale Kwang banned out there, so we're not going to have that very safe Ale Kwang being available for the Digishark here.
Ale Kwang taken off the board is... he could do a lot of damage. This is really what that character is all about. Apollo gotten rid of for Digishark, and it seems strange to focus a ban on a role you haven't yet picked, so this might be that Freya ADC that I mentioned before. Chris Pocket has the choice, and if that isn't a Freya ADC, then an Uller pick here would mean that Digishark are kind of forced into Ram.
Well, Hubwa being hovered over now that Ul has been locked in. That can go mid, can go solo once again, and can go jungle. So it's a very mixture of picks here, Craig, in terms of where they can all go.
We know Athena's support. Well, Athena could be jungle too, but all right. So this tells us what the team comp is likely going to be. Athena Ram dual lane, Freya jungle, Hubwa in the mid lane, and Loki in the solo lane. Rambozos have their last pick available, and it's going to be the jungler. Jungle last pick. Obviously, you have a lot less options than you otherwise might have, but it also means that you can really define your team comp at the end and counterpick.
I'd love to see a Thor picked up here, Cret. I think that would be a really good pick for them, just because Athena's global presence, you can try and put that on with Thor as well. On top of the fact he's got that stun with his ultimate, he's going to be able to get onto Hebo and try and take him out before he can get off the burst damage. It would be a good option, but at the moment they're hovering Nemesis.
Yeah, Nemesis could be good here. Has some pretty decent matchups against Freya and Loki. Freya goes into her steroid and Nemesis is like, cool, I'll just shield you. Loki tries to drop some damage and Nemesis is just like, cool, I'll just shield you. But up against Hubwa, Nemesis can have a lot of trouble as the knockup from Water Spout removes the shield, then does damage, which means that there's really no way to shield the ultimate from Hubwa. You're going to take that damage because all it is Water Spout ult, guaranteed to hit Nemesis for most of her health.
Well, Digishark versus Rambozos, guys. This is round of 32. It'll be up on your screens next as soon as these guys have loaded in. We'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the round of 32, Digishark versus the Rambozos. Digishark going to be starting on the blue side, the bottom of the map, the left-hand side of your spectator UI. We're going to see Dawn Silent playing Rama, Light Lad playing Hebo, more than likely in the middle lane here. D-Boy Professor playing Athena as support. The Will in the jungle played by, Freya is the Will in the jungle. That's right. Good work, Hindu. Squidfister. Wow, these names, guys. Please. Loki in the solo lane. What have the Rambozos got, crap?
Well, the Rambozos have a Geb pushing up far on the left-hand side, so hold on a second. Chris Pocket going to drop a ward. Playing support will be okay. Fiddy on that jungle Nemesis. Paradox on your Hunter Uller. Agni in the mid lane, Aduro, and Meerkat in the solo lane as Ra.
Who calls himself Squidfister? Like, would you introduce yourself, Cret, and say, "Hey, I'm Squidfister"?
Man, I remember way back when at PAX East in it was 2013, early 2013, I got to walk up to people. I did it to Bart. I said, "Hey, I'm Weed Unicorn 420," and I shook his hand, and it was great. It was good.
I mean, me and Princess Tomato for the first time when he introduced himself, he came in with a really young British accent. "Hello, I'm Princess Tomato," and I was like, "Yo, that's just it's just not cool, not cool."
It's
but
great.
Now we're in the game anyway, guys. Nothing unusual to see at the start. Early wards placed on the left-hand side by Digishark in their own blue and the enemy blue area for the time being. It looks like we're gonna have a three-man grouping from both the teams, actually. The mid camps, though. So it means that Geb's going to be a little bit late on starting off his blue buff, and Freya's going to get some help, get some free experience from the mid camps and rotate straight to the blue here, going to avoid the red.
Yeah, so mid to blue is a little bit faster. Oh, it's actually more than a little bit. It's a lot faster than doing the mid camp red and blue, especially when you don't have a hog on your solo laner, which is not the case. It's just Heartseeker 2 on Loki, so I like the decision. We'll see what comes to it. In the left-hand lane, though, Paradox is getting aggressed on rather hard, taking a lot of damage. Dawn Silent's going to slow him down, and those Astral Arrows and regular arrows are going to drop Paradox to just 300 health.
Really put some pressure on him. I'm going to use that health potion to heal back up, though. We did see Digishark in the solo lane actually get the initial push, but now we see it push back, and Fiddy's rotating into the jungle here. Going to deny some back experience. The Will is having none of it, though. He wants to go in and contest these. Well, he's going to check his red first of all, see if that's up. Now he's going to see the Nemesis. What's going to happen here between the two of them? Well, there's the pulse damage coming out, and the dash away from Fiddy. He only secured the big one, but the Will does not clear the camp.
Well, the big one is really the one that matters. I mean, looking at the value, I think it's 140 experience just for that big harpy, whereas the little ones are substantially less. So he got what counts, he gets away, and honestly, like, the problem with the Will is he has to clear that or it won't respawn on time, so he could lose a lot of farm. He also has to take the time to go and kill two small harpies, which kind of is annoying.
I think that's one thing to notice now about Digishark as well, is that all their lanes generally, I mean, Herbois and Loki are going to have a hard time clearing at the start of the game, correct? There's going to be a lot of push being able to put out by Agni, by Ra in these lanes so far, and it means that Freya is going to be a little bit more delayed in terms of actually getting her experience online, unlike Nemesis, who can quickly just use a 2 and then rotate away and get experience very, very quickly.
Yeah, just to break it down with the numbers, Fiddy got 140 experience for clearing that big harpy. Freya shared 2 small harpies and is going to get not that much. I think it's 11.
Or can he
like
get
that.
some much now? If Fiddy goes in looking aggression onto this duo lane, the nice roll away from Dawn Silent, though, that just stops the aggression. Speed buff been started, though, by Digishark here. Herbois rotating in, going to give a little bit of a hand, a little bit of support just in case Nemesis was floating around. She can hear that over the wall, correct? That's why she's rotating around. She's going to be a little bit too late to deal with it, but she might get in a bit of trouble here as the taunt lands from Athena.
The problem is that the Will used the Pulse, used the Irradiate, and the Banish was at the end where there's no opportunity to really do anything. That dash from Athena will be at just the right time to get out, able to immune the knockup from Geb somehow. So really good timing there. I think she did take the damage too. In the middle lane, the Will is helping Light Lad farm. They're working as a team, but unfortunately, Herbois rotating the jungle a little bit too much and falling behind an entire level in comparison to Aduro.
Well, 3 minutes all up, and that means the mid camps are spawning now. You can see them both flashing left and right. Geb's already round on the left-hand side. Chris Pocket going to hog those ones. Athena only level 4 right now. Going to try and rotate for the right. They're well aware of this, so needs to be careful. Doesn't get picked off by Adora. The stun does land. He's still going for them. This is risky because he's alone right now. He does get the mid camps. No, he doesn't. And now they're going to aggress him with double the ultimates coming out. It looks like we're going to see Athena drop down here for first blood.
Yeah, it's a dead Athena right quick, and one of those situations where you kind of knew you were gonna die. It doesn't really work out when you think about it too much. In the long lane, Paradox is getting pushed out by Dawn Silent. They're both low on mana. That changed to Rom really having an impact, whereas before Dawn Silent would be totally fine. So it looks like these two hunters won't be able to do too much to each other and are probably just going to farm out the remaining bit of gold they need for their Devo gloves, which should be 2 or 3 waves.
Oh, checking out the solo lane, Loki is still competing a little bit behind in terms of experience and a little bit behind in gold as well, just because he's been pushed to tower consistently. He went for the Heartseeker rush here, Cret, and he's not gone back to base yet. He's got the gold for it, but it looks like he's just trying to soak up more, but losing a lot of tower pressure because of it.
Yeah, he needs to get that Heartseeker online ASAP and start stacking, but it looks like he's going to stay for another wave, which could be really detrimental. Every wave and every stack counts to get Squidfister rolling, because he needs to hit that point where he can actually fully clear. But Freya's going to rotate in, help him clear the wave, get some experience for herself. Even with that raw heal, though, you know, and raw against Loki, like, man, that's a level 1 heal, and it's that good.
Yep, it's really, really brilliant. You really need that Heartseeker online to really start chunking him down with the decoy. As long as you max the decoy, you can do it. Going to take away the blue buff now, and I expect to see Squidfist to go back to base here. No, he's going to rotate back to lane one more time. Hashtag one more wave, Cret. Hashtag one more wave.
Yeah, he really wants to get as much gold as possible, but Meerkat's just going to stay. Clear the wave nice and easy. And those 2 archers looks like could be wasted by Squidfister. The Will is going to try and pick them up with Pulse. Meerkat just watching snipe. Stop Squidfister's back. Barely doesn't get the kill. That's a very small amount.
Hobwa in mid lane stuck around and over-aggressed, and he didn't see Fiddy coming in. Did not respect a Nemesis that just dashed on his face. Forced the Aegis as well. So a second kill goes down now in favor of the Rambozos, and this rotation from Athena could prove costly. She gets poked down by the Make It Rains. Mid-camp's coming up in about a minute time, so keep an eye on those guys. We'll see some more aggression coming out. But early game, the Rambozos in control.
Yeah, they're looking really good, and unfortunately for Lightlad, I believe his ultimate was up. He could have ulted away, but just, I want to say panicked and didn't use it. Went for the Aegis instead. Jump in on the left-hand side from Paradox. We'll find some nice damage with that Hail of Arrows, not really connecting with the auto attacks. Gets a few at the end. But, you know, looking at the gold difference, 2,500 versus and 3,000 experience is a lot more than 2 kills. Lightlad and B-Boy could be in trouble here. They're going to be okay.
Goes down in favor of the Rambozos. Now rights up, a nice stun coming out from Adoru there again in mid, landing onto the Hobwa. You can see Chris Pocket already in position to start off this camp. Athena's going to contest again, but thinks different of it as both those camps go to the Rambozos. And oh my goodness, Agony just got a 3-man stun. Make it ring combo. Ouch.
Yeah, that's really the best patented strategy of poking you when you rotate into a wave.
One hit from Death is Dawn Silent. The last auto does not land. I apologize for cutting you off there. Just thought we're going to see a 3rd kill.
Yeah, I mean, it was very, very close. And actually, it's going to be enough to start the gold through. The rotations are pinged out by Digishark, but they can't contest because they don't have any pressure. Rama had to back. Freya's on her way over. Could have Valkyrie's discretion, but not quite in time. The Rambozos are going to actually go aggressive. Oh. They're looking for B-Boy Professor, who's going to try and ult out, but the damage from Aduro will find the kill.
So Gold Fury goes over to the Rambozos as well and get a kill for a reward for that as well. 5.5k gold league now. 6,900 experience in favor of the Rambozos here. And things are looking good as the tier 1 tower on the right does get dropped down. Ram is fighting off 2 members here, trying to go aggressive onto Paradox, but with Geb being about, Chris Pocket trying to cause a few issues for them. Paradox not respecting this Rama at all. He could actually pay for this with his life because the shield's now on cooldown. The 2 shots blocked by the shield. The 3rd one does not connect. There's a big whip coming out from Freya. Chris Bucket was forced to use the Cataclysm, but there's an ultimate from the Will, and that's going to bring him down. Paradox did not show respect when he should have.
Yeah, great pick there, but it's not going to bring too much back. 5,000 gold in favor of the Rambozos. 6,600 experience. Leaves so much control, and they have a lot more gold than... Wait, so 3 kills. Let's call it 500 gold apiece. Maybe if they're big kills. Hold on, Aduro in the middle lane in a lot of trouble. Will dash through, but the will gets rather low. 1 meteor. Aduro, he's going to drop it, but it doesn't connect. So
side, Hubwa rotating in, looking for the aggression with the Squid Fister. He's going to look for an ultimate, and there's the Athena ult on top. Meerkat's in trouble. Meerkat needs to call for his friends. A Squid Fister secures a kill for Digishark, but it took 3 members to do so.
yeah, I mean, but that's what they need to do to bring this back. And, you know, I said 5,500. Now it's only 5,000. But the gold lead is more than it probably should be. There's a 1 kill advantage on the Rambozos. Let's say that kill's worth 600. Let's call it the first blood. Give them a lot of credit. And there's 1 tower that's 500 gold. And then there's the Gold Fury. It's 1,500. So it should be a 2,600 gold lead, but it's 5,000. There's another 1,400 gold. And partially mid camps, but I also want to say good practices, a good eye for farming, lane control, a lot of the more intangible things putting the Rambozos in the lead.
On the lead, Ool trying to take his blue buff here. Rama trying to aggress. Needs to be careful of Chris Pocket though, as he rotates around, seeing the danger and just forces him back. Mid camps do spawn, and it looks like Digishark going to get their first ones on the left side. Going to rotate for right Nemesis in the area. Geb was a little bit late having to deal with the Rama, but right camp's due to spawn. Looks like we might see a fight here.
Boo Boy Professor and the Will are going to take a lot of damage here. Divine Judgment comes through. Dash forward from Agni. Aduro still has the Path of Flames, or the Flame Wave.
Ouch.
He's going to find the kill on a B-Boy Professor, and now the Will taken down by a quick katana slice from Fiddy. Mid tower could be in trouble.
Mid tower is very, very low right now. Hubwa is there, low on mana though. Look at Fiddy on the backside here. He's actually waiting around the back to try and go aggressive here. Just going to be patient for now. There's the dash in. Gonna look for the slow. The good knuckle though from Hubwa. Cataclysm followed up, and a make it rain. The combination was great, and looks like Loki might be in trouble too. Running around the jungle trying to get away from Meerkat.
Yeah, Loki was trying to rotate over because he saw he needed to help his friend, and that there was a rather low health Nemesis. But hold on, between the 2 towers, a duel coming up between the Hunters. Paradox doing a lot of damage. Rom still has the ultimate. They're trading fairly evenly. Every auto attack counts, but the burst. Beautiful strategy there from Paradox. It looked even. It looked very close. It was kind of trading back and forth, right? As one player missed an auto, the other one caught out. But the burst secured the kill before Rom could drop his ult. And now the Will, not going to get Shockwave, receives the Olympus, Defender of Olympus, should be okay. And look, got his support, some farm.
Yeah, I think overall, honestly, if the Will would have got hit by that shockwave from Chris Pocket, he was definitely dead there with Agony rotating in as well. So just good presence of mind to back out just in time for that. 7-2, 11 minutes in. Gold lead, 6,500 in favour of the Rambozos. 9,500 experience as well. But both the middle tower and the right tower down, and Loki being chased down again by Fiddy. Fiddy's like on a rampage. Oh, nice snipe from Ram.
Yeah, that's multitasking as it took out the red buff and landed a damage hit. Fiddy's gonna dash away, doesn't want to mess with the Loki Nemesis. Beautiful shot from Meerkat over the wall. Aduro finds a kill on the left-hand side. Let's go over there as B-Boy Professor is under tower. Chris
they're ignoring
Pocket
him.
auto
They're trying to bring
attacking
down the tower.
him down. Yeah, they want it. They're gonna get it. B-Boy
And now
Professor
Ul's
dashes
here.
away, but Paradox, he's gonna get the burst again. Hail of Arrows, Barbed Arrow is such a strong ability combination.
So he's going to be dead. Athena's going to be dead for 19 seconds, and you can see that the Gold Fury's due up soon. 3 members grouping up on this left-hand side. 4 members now as Ul rotates back in. The tier 2 tower is going to start getting chunked as Ra deals with Freya middle lane. A lot of aggression on Hevos, and ultimates hooked out by Nemesis, crushing wave back into tower range. But there's a Cataclysm and Adoro with the tower aggro. Going to be able to tank up a few shots overall, and thanks to a shield, now they're winning mid, trading with Meerkat and not winning this battle at all. The Dukes are coming
Meerkat's
out
gonna
from
jungle
Meerkat.
snipe, he gets it!
Really good snipe, and now the Gold Fury is available for the Rambozos. They've just turned up the heat crap.
There is a split push. Loki will probably take solo lane tower. Surrender vote has started. I want to explain what Meerkat did there. He went into the jungle so that there was no way that the Will could know the facing of his ultimate. There's no way the Will could tell which way to juke. He had to guess, and Meerkat read him like a book, and now he's going to get aggressive. B-Boy Professor in a lot of trouble. Dawn Silent getting very low. Taken down by Paradox. Loki does find a tower, but for Gold Fury, that's not a good trade. Someone will be able to recall in time to defend the tier 2.
Mid-camp spawn. Mid-camps go down on the left-hand side in favor of the Rambozos one more time. Only 2 tier 2 towers remain standing now for Digishark. Loki did get that tier 1 as you said, right? Count's still available as well. And the Rambozos could start turning their attention slowly towards the Fire Giant area here. I mean, I know we're 30 minutes in, Crep, but they've got the lead to be able to go for it.
Yeah, and they have the characters too, right? Nemesis is a really high damage auto attacker. So is Uller. Agni's doing a lot of damage right now. He's hit a very, very strong timing where he's got the Path of Flames at a high rank. He's got good level meteors. He's got the Flame Wave done. Noxious Fumes, one of the great things about Agni is you don't actually care about leveling Noxious Fumes. So after about level 14, it's really just about hitting those ultimate timings and getting those base stats like your health up. Aduro's looking very, very strong right now. Fiddy just got a Jones online, and Meerkat with that Chronos pendant is going to have a lot of magic power. He's going to be healing for a lot, sitting at 242 magic power.
Oh, Paradox in the jungle going to find out Athena. Put some nice poke down after the axe landed already. But E-Boy Professor's going to run away and like going to save the day for the time being. Just force back. Oh, but with Athena getting dropped low, they can start this Fire Giant. Athena does have ultimate available though. Do they know this is going on? Is anyone going to try and contest it? Well, they saw Agni rotate around, but Agni doing a good job of zoning. Loki still farming. This is a free Fire Giant here, Crap.
Yeah, it is. And they can't... Digishark can't contest his Agni because Bomb, Flame Wave, Path of Flames is close enough to be a kill that you won't be able to get into the Fire Giant. The Will's in a lot of trouble. Nice interrupt onto the Fiddy, but the sniper from Meerkat is absolutely destructive.
Oh.
B-Boy Professor taken down in rapid succession by the Raw, and now Light Lad gets hit by a big auto attack. Fiddy finds the kill. Mid tower is going to go down. The split push from Rom will find an outer, but it's going to be Paradox rotating over to make sure that stops. Loki could find inner on the right hand side. He's going to have to give up a Phoenix if he wants it.
Looks like he's going to have to because the Phoenix is dropping right now. Roma back to defend. Needs to watch his positioning here because if a stun lands like that one, he could be in trouble. Forced to bees. The damage is good from Agni. Good taunt, but shield in response. The last rain doesn't fall, but the Phoenix does. And now they're looking at the tier 2 right.
Yeah, tier 2 right, going to be a nice little pickup there. Fiddy's going to recall, make sure he doesn't lose a Phoenix for his team. His damage is important, and it's going to mean that his tower dies rather slowly, but Aduro and Meerkat are the real threat, so it should be okay here. Dawn Silent, the Will, and B-Boy Professor are going to be able to defend for now. Paradox rotating over through the jungle, and Meerkat, good priority getting a red buff. His team is fine in this 2v3, and in fact, lots of damage from the Will. Chris Pocket just needs to survive.
Bird Snipe doesn't connect. It would have been enough. The Will doesn't find the Valkyrie with the last shot on the backside, though. Meerkat doing work, keeping them busy, and now rotates away after forcing them off the Geb. Adoro still around here. Loki's looking for the kill on Geb, though, using the assassinate, but the shield's going to buy enough time for Fiddy to rotate back in. Meanwhile, Meerkat's still fighting multiple members, as it looks like Loki's going to go down on the backside thanks to a Cataclysm coming out as well from Critical. There's a rushing wave coming out from Hubwar, the knock up and the disengage, but Ul has now entered the scene.
Nice banish, going to slow him down. Paradox is interrupted out of his axe and taking a lot of damage from the tower. He needs to turn around, but he's going to find the axe on Dawn Silent. Nice knockup, interrupts the kill, but Fiddy finds it nonetheless. With his shield, he can tank the tower for a few hits. Paradox is going to be low, but he has lifesteal and he has a Ra to heal him up. This tower will fall.
Dan buff still online, and that tier 2 tower falls. Only 2 Phoenixes remain for the Rambozos to look to move on to the round of 16 if they can. They're going to continue pressuring right hand side here with Meerkat, with Fiddy leading the charge. Paradox just healed himself up in the jungle there, and they're actually zoning out 3 members here. Good taunt from Athena though. Fiddy's tanking this up, but the shield's going to buy some time. Whoop does not connect, and the Phoenix is slowly falling. It goes down, and now Chris Pocket's here. Look at the leap in from Paradox. Axe does connect onto Athena. There's a knock up and a snipe as well, and still the Athena survives.
Fiddy on the left hand side. Yeah, he's looking for Dawn Silent, who goes up into the air. Mid Phoenix is still down, so it's just the left one staying alive. Fiddy actually seems to have some connection troubles right now. Will get knocked up. The Will with the banish. They want the kill, and you know, it's unfortunate, but I think they're allowed to take it under these circumstances. Meerkat running away, left Phoenix, half health. You gotta take what you can get, right? Yeah!
I'd take it. If I'm down, I'm taking it. This is competitive Smite, boys and girls. Nice bombs coming out from Adora again. 2 shots, and there's Dawn Silent taken out. And now you can see that Valkyrie's discretion has been used to try and take to the sky to get out of trouble, but in doing so, Professor goes down. Now the 4 members that remain of the Rambozos that are actually connected to the game looking to finish this one off as the Will without an ultimate is going to drop down as well.
Yeah, nice healing circle. Oh wait, it's the wrong one. And it will find the kill. The Titan has been pulled. It's getting low on health. Meerkat gonna snipe. The Fountain doesn't find the hit he wanted. His goal was to keep Light Lad in, but it doesn't matter. As with one more kaboom, the Titan will fall and the Rambozos move on to their next round match. I do want to mention, very important that the Rambozos did not pause the moment their party member disconnected. We do have a rule against combat pauses. 0 tolerance. Do not do it. Just fight through it or disengage, then pause. Did exactly what they needed to do, and they were able to win the game nonetheless.
So, like we said, the Rambozos now going to move on to face off against Team Reactor in the next round, in the round 4, round of 16, I believe. We'll be right back, guys, with the next round as soon as the teams are ready.